Every unit has one. The barracks lawyer. He is not an actual lawyer. He has never been to law school. He has never passed a bar exam. Half the time, he has not even passed room inspection. But somehow, this man knows every regulation, every policy, every loophole, and every reason why leadership cannot make him do the exact thing he is currently being told to do. The barracks lawyer usually starts small. Somebody says, "Hey, formation is at 06. And there he is, leaning against a wall, holding an energy drink, saying, "Actually, they cannot make us show up that early unless it was properly put out through the chain of command." Brother, it was put out yesterday. You were standing there, you said Roger, then you immediately forgot because somebody handed you a controller and you lost track of time. But now it is a constitutional issue. That is the power of the barracks lawyer. He can turn a normal instruction into a Supreme Court case in under 12 seconds. The wild part is that he always sounds confident. That is what gets people. He does not say, "I am not sure." He does not say, "Maybe we should ask." He does not say, "I might be completely wrong because I skimmed one paragraph at midnight." No, he says it like he personally helped write the instruction. Actually, according to the order, they have to give us 72 hours. 72 hours for what? Nobody knows. He doesn't know. But he said it with enough confidence that now 3 brand new troops are looking at him like he just walked out of JAG with a briefcase. And that is where the damage starts. Bad advice in the military travels fast because people are always looking for the answer they wanted anyway. Nobody wants to hear, "Show up early, bring your gear, and do what you were told." That answer is boring. The barracks lawyer gives people hope. False hope, but hope. He says things like, "They cannot make you do that on liberty." Yes, they can, depending on what you did. He says, "If it is not in writing, it doesn't count." That is not how responsibility works. He says, "You do not have to sign that." Maybe not, but refusing to acknowledge paperwork is not the magic force field you think it is. He says, "Just request mast." For what? Because somebody told you to clean? The barracks lawyer loves using serious words for unserious situations. He will say unlawful order because someone told him to take out trash. He will say harassment because he got corrected twice for the same haircut. He will say hostile work environment because the staff sergeant raised one eyebrow and said, "Try again." And the whole time, the real issue is usually simple. He does not want to be wrong. He does not want to be corrected. He does not want to do the annoying thing everyone else is doing. So he reaches into the magical backpack of half-read regulations and starts throwing smoke. Now, don't get it twisted. Knowing policy matters. Reading instructions matters. Understanding your rights matters. Good leaders should know the rules too, because authority without knowledge turns into ego fast. But the barracks lawyer is not really trying to understand the rules. He is trying to weaponize confusion. There is a difference between knowing the standard and hunting for a loophole. A squared-away service member reads the order and says, "What is the actual requirement?" The barracks lawyer reads 2 sentences and says, "Here is why I am untouchable."
That attitude can wreck a young troop, because new people do not know what they do not know yet. They hear a confident person talking like an expert, and they believe him. Then they show up late. Then they refuse something stupid. Then they argue with the wrong person. Then, suddenly, the barracks lawyer is nowhere to be found. That is another important detail. The barracks lawyer rarely stands next to you when the consequence arrives. He will hype you up in the room. He will tell you, "Nah, bro, they cannot do that." He will say, "I would fight that." Then when you are standing in front of leadership explaining why you thought you discovered a secret military cheat code, he is suddenly very quiet. He is in the back pretending to tie his boot. That is because his advice was free, but the consequences are yours. And that is the real lesson. Be careful who you let interpret your obligations. Some people are not trying to help you win. They are trying to feel smart. They are trying to validate their own attitude. They are trying to drag somebody else into the same hole they are standing in. If you want to protect yourself, do 3 things. First, read the source yourself. Not a screenshot, not a rumor, not a paragraph somebody copied into a group chat with 6 spelling mistakes. Read the actual policy. Second, ask someone who is accountable. That means a leader, a mentor, admin, legal, or somebody who actually has to stand behind what they are telling you. Third, check your motive. Are you asking because something is genuinely wrong? Or are you asking because you just do not want to do something inconvenient? That question will save you a lot of embarrassment. The best people I served with were not ignorant of the rules. They knew the rules, but they did not use them like a toy. They used them to protect the mission, protect their people, and keep leadership honest. That is the difference. A professional wants clarity. The barracks lawyer wants chaos. So if you are new, remember this. Confidence is not the same thing as competence. The guy who talks the loudest about regulations might be the same guy who cannot find his own medical paperwork, misses every deadline, and thinks, "I heard somewhere" is a legal defense. Listen to people who have receipts. Listen to people who have a track record. Listen to people who can explain the rule without turning every minor inconvenience into a revolution. And if you are the barracks lawyer, maybe take 1 week off. Just 1. Show up on time, bring your gear, clean your room. Read the whole instruction before you quote it. And for the love of everything holy, stop telling the new guys they cannot make them do field day. They can. They will, and somehow you will still be wrong with confidence. Every unit has a barracks lawyer. Just make sure you're not taking life advice from him. What is the worst barracks lawyer advice you ever heard? Keep names and units out of it, but drop the lesson in the comments.